Hello and welcome to another video. In today's video we are gonna relic guitar control knobs. Yes, I use this method sometimes when I build a guitar that it's gonna look a little bit more worn out than others. And hopefully if you're thinking about relicking a guitar or building a guitar that looks relic, this will help you out. Okay, so here is my drill, and in it I have a broken potentiometer, the pot for a guitar. What I've done is that I've removed the case around the actual piece that you turn, and then I lock it in here. And now I can push my knob onto it, and as I spin my drill, the knob will spin as well. Because if you ever play an old Strat, for example, like the knobs right here, you will see that the edge here is worn down, and these grooves that are on the side will also be a little bit worn down. So what I'm gonna do is take some wet and dry sandpaper. This is 2000 grit, and I'm just gonna roll this over gently. And the point here is to take off very little, because if you take off a lot, it's not gonna look natural. So I'm just gonna start spinning this and just sand it a little bit. Okay, so here you can see two knobs. This one I've rounded over, and this one I haven't rounded over yet. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's just slightly sharper edge around the top. And down here it's also rounded over a little bit. You can definitely feel the difference when you touch them. And I think I could go a little bit more on this actually, make it a little bit more rounded over. You also want to do differently on all three knobs in this case, because some guitarists use the volume a lot and never the tone knobs, and some guitarists use maybe one tone knob more than the other or something. So kind of decide the story behind the guitar a little bit, like who has had it. Was he a person who used the volume a lot maybe, and one of the tones more than the other, and see what you can do. The next step is to make them a little bit dirty. And the way I do it is that I use lacquer-based stain that I have right here. It's basically just like the kind of stains you usually use, but it has lacquer in it. I thinned it out with solvent because I really want a very little amount. And I'm gonna try to do this on this one and show you. So I just put like dab like this. I don't know if you see it on the camera, if it picks it up, but it's just like putting some grime into these little grooves basically. Just going around it like this, letting it soak in. You put dirt on or something like that, but I like to have something that sticks and becomes like a part of it, and not just, you know, dirt on top. I don't want it to be like robbed off or anything. I want it to feel like a part of it, and I try to put in as little color as possible, just so that it will be subtle, because that's the whole key of these things. You want to put so little in that people might not even notice it. Some people will look at it and maybe not see it, and other people will look at it and see it, and you know, that's how you make it feel natural. And it's better to have too little than too much in this case. And I'm gonna just quickly brush over the letters a little bit too, just to grime this part up as well, and it will dry on it and make it look more realistic. And it takes a couple of hours for it to dry, but just be patient and don't put it back on the guitar. Also, don't do this on the guitar, because you might get a puddle or something weird. Something like that. I'm gonna put some up in the logo, because you would have grime in the logos as well. Not too much, just smear around a drop of it, make it look a little bit discolored and weird. I'm gonna change the camera angle real quick for you. And so now you can see like this grainy pattern showing up. If you look real closely, you can see that some of the letters on top here are discolored because there is a little bit of paint in like the V and the O, but not in the M, just like the tip of one of the letters or something. And some of the numbers are a little bit darker. There are in some of these grooves on the side, there is some paint, some have a little bit more, and some have a little bit more in the bottom and not so much in the top. You know, it just looks I don't know, a little bit messy, a little bit natural. You can always go in and put in more if you feel like it's not too much. I feel like I've maybe done a little bit overboard on these, but I kind of like them anyway, so... And you can always clean them off a little bit also, if you do it before the paint dries, especially. So yeah, something like that. Thanks so much for watching, I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments below if this helped you. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you enjoy these kinds of videos where I show you how to build guitars and other things, I would appreciate if you subscribed. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I would appreciate it. Stay awesome and cool, and I'll see you in the next video. Go and build something now. Bye bye.